2 days ago, I came across this video on Instagram where this creator was showcasing a new method that he had developed to look slim. So, what he was doing is that he was contracting his abdominal muscles, pushing his organs inwards, and then from the side face, he was showcasing the camera that how your organs are pushing out your abdomen. So, you're not really fat, but you're looking fat. So, if you constrain or contract your abdominal muscles inside inward, you will look slimmer. And then he goes on explaining that how he experimented with this, and then now it has become an involuntary thing for his body to keep the abdominal muscles in. So every time he's wearing a shirt, t-shirt, whatever, he's looking slimmer. Now the video itself is not a problem, but the thing is that when you go inside the comments, you'll start seeing that there are not one, two, but there are hundreds and hundreds of comments that are actually agreeing to what he was saying, or saying that yes, I do this as well. Now, as a kid, I was very fat, and many friends and relatives of mine were used to make a lot of fun for my body structure. So what I unconsciously started doing was contracting the same abdominal muscles, and I also, just like that creator, developed the habit of contracting the muscles all the time. But then in the last 2 3 years, since I've started learning more about yoga, started learning more about the human anatomy, I realized what mistake I had made as a kid. So when you contract your abdominal muscles, it takes away the space that your diaphragm needs to expand your lungs completely. That means every time you're contracting your abs and unconsciously you're building that habit of keeping your abs contracted, you're giving less space for your lungs to take in the oxygen. You're giving less oxygen to your body, you're giving less oxygen to the cell every time you breathe whenever you have the contracted abdominal going on. For a short term, that's completely fine. But what happens this if this becomes a habit? What happens is that because of this subtle contraction that your body is always holding on to, a level of sympathetic nervous system is always activated in your body. So, in simpler terms, your nervous system never finds a room to completely relax. Now, it might sound like we have changed the topic, but here's the whole idea behind the topic today. We have human anatomy, and I had made a mistake as a kid of contracting my muscle, but then when I started working on my body from the yogic philosophy, I realized the level of mistake I had made. And then now I'm working very actively to fix that. Like, still the contraction happens and I become aware and conscious of it, and then I have to relax my abdomen consciously, right? The other way around than what the creator was suggesting. But this gave me a thought 2 days ago when I was watching this video, is that how social media, or like your Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, whatever it is, especially since shorts have come in and since mobile phones are available with everyone, since internet is so affordable, people who are confident and they are sharing so confidently on social media without any background knowledge or the impact that they might be having, the responsibility actually is not with the creator. It has passed down to the viewer, that is you and me. So now, whenever we are using social media, there are so many opinions, there are so many thoughts that are confidently shared without even understanding the possible consequences of what it might do or something like that. Like, just like this creator, for him it was just like, oh, I'm looking slim, but the overall impact that he may have in the future is way worse than looking a bit fat. That's completely fine, it's just your abdomen, there's nothing wrong with it. In our grandparents time or before that, the communities were smaller, right? So you might even hear opinion of like 10 to 20 people in years, right? Versus today, a young man or a woman opens their social media, and then they can see 2000 opinions about fitness, about masculinity, about feminism, about food, about nutrition, so many different things. And many of them actually contradict each other as well. But the thing is that they are devised to grab your attention and play with your mind. I am a marketer myself, so I understand the hooks are actually studied, the variants are made so that we can grab your attention. The whole theory is then like even in terms of scientific proof and everything, I have seen research papers that are being used by, let's say, like if I'm a kiwi manufacturer or a kiwi distributor, then I will fund the study of a research that will showcase what is the impact of kiwi and how good it is, and then start using that research to sell my kiwis, right? So all these practices happen very regularly in the industry, in the market, right? And the creators who are sharing things so openly, sharing their opinions with so much confidence without doing a background check, the responsibility is on the viewer, that is us. And one quality, like there was a big gap where I had actually stopped using social media for almost 1.5 year. Even now I don't have social media, that is Instagram app, on my phone. I have it on my browser, and because my work is in marketing, I have to be up to date with the latest trends, and also I take a view at it. But the thing is that what I realized is that the mistake, when I was a young man in my early 20s, I used to scroll Instagram a lot, and I was naive. I used to think that if the person is saying something on the camera, that means they have really researched it. That means they have really worked out the information that they have. And then I started using templates that other people were sharing so confidently, and just started putting them in my life without really understanding if this makes sense for me, or if it doesn't make sense for me. And today when I saw this video, I realized that okay, this is not the video for me, or something. Even despite 200 people in the comments supporting something that was going on in the video, again unaware of the possible consequences, I was able to stand my ground. And I realized that for using social media, one of the most important quality that us as viewers have to ingrain in within ourselves is of discernment, is to understand that information is coming and I don't have to take it as it is. I have to weight versus my life. I have to weight against my own values. I have to weight against my own goals and then see what fits. Sometimes we don't even have, like in early 20s, we don't even have clarity about our own goals, our own motivations, anything. So we don't have the level of discernment that comes over a period of time. But when you start working on becoming more aware of your inner self, you create that discernment as a natural output. Now you might ask, what are some of the methods that how of how to develop discernment? These are the things that have worked for me. So first thing is journaling, and that too not journaling just for the sake of writing that three gratitudes and stuff like that, but empty journaling, that is setting out a time for 10-20 minutes and then just writing, as like without even thinking. Just the way I'm talking right now, I'm not thinking, I just had this idea and I'm just talking to you. There's no script, there's nothing, I'm just talking to you. So just this way, typing in front, or writing, whatever your preferred method is, for like 10-20 minutes, you can keep the timer. If there is a blank space coming in between, it's fine, it's completely okay. You can write about anything under the sun, like yesterday I had this breakfast, I slept at this time, but this happened and I had to wake up at night, and blah blah blah. You will realize slowly over a period of time that these noting down your habits slowly becomes understanding your habits, slowly becomes understanding why you do those habits, and more. It's not just this progression, and more can unlock via journaling. So that is method number one, this to develop discernment, journaling. Second, what I really enjoyed is and that really helped me was contemplative walking. So basically, not putting any earphones or not listening to any podcast or anything, and just walking and walking and walking and walking. Whatever thoughts are coming, it's fine. Just walking. If there is anything interesting on the street, I'll take a look at it, but I'll keep walking. And I used to, because I was fat also, so that was helping me reduce my weight. So I used to walk like 8, 9, 10 kilometers in a go without listening to anything. Like earlier, I had to listen to a podcast or or some music or something. But then later, when I started this practice, I was able to see, understand my thoughts very well. If I looked at something and some thought came at the same time, I was able to see the connection as to why that is happening. That helped me understand myself even more and build discernment. Third thing is meditation. This is one of the best ways. You just the way we are observing, we are going on, we have to close our eyes and we have to just observe the thoughts. We don't have to stop thinking, we don't have to force concentration, we just have to see it. Naval Ravikant had actually a very beautiful definition of meditation. So he said, like, think of it like an inbox of your email with 200, emails or something, right? You can't possibly respond to all of them. So what do? You open the email, you read it, you move on. You open the email, you read it, you move on. Sometimes the content of the email or content of the thought in our case would be such that you are tempted to respond, you are tempted to engage with it, but it's fine. Be aware that this is just another email you are reading and you are going. Slowly what will start happening is that your email box will start becoming less and less and less full, and you'll start becoming more and more and more and more empty with your thoughts, right? But reading those emails will help you understand a lot more about yourself. Not responding, just reading. And once you clear the inbox, that will be like a very beautiful stillness that you will experience. But yeah, the process of it will help you develop discernment. Fourth, and one of the most important things which helped me develop discernment was the people I chose as mentors. I actually I actually took out some time, and thanks to them also for making it available to me, that I started living with them. Not in the same house or something, but I started spending time with them. Like, for example, one of my mentors is in Bangalore, and I got an opportunity to move to Bangalore for almost 2.5 months, and then spend time with him, with his family, and see how they live. Another mentor of mine is in Vietnam, and I got an opportunity to spend my time with him as well, with his family, and understanding how these guys who I'm taking so much inspiration, so much knowledge, so much of the way I develop my thinking from, how they are actually living. Because many times it so happens is that we say something and we live in a different way, right? But living with your mentors, living with your masters, will show you the exact essence of where that truth is coming from, right? If you are observing well enough. And that helps you develop discernment within yourself as well, right? Because then you will start understanding that the knowledge coming from one's life is coming out of one's life's experiences, one's life's situations, and how they then are able to fit it inside their ecosystem. And you will see that in practicality, and you will be able to utilize it in your own way, right? So that will help you develop discernment. And once this discernment is developed, regular journaling and everything will keep you on your toes of the discernment. And now when you are engaging with social media, you are engaging with, in fact, our regular world, anybody outside, you are talking to them. It's not like you have become opinionated. It's like you have become clear about, a bit clear about your own inner world, so that whenever things are coming from the outside, you are not just absorbing them like a sponge, right? Even if you have to do that, you will be able to choose that, okay, this knowledge is coming, I'll have to completely absorb it, or I'll just take these parts of it, and these parts may not fit well, and this is some knowledge. For example, contracting the abdominal muscle is something that I should completely ignore because it's not going to help me. But if you don't have discernment, you'll be very confused. You'll be very, as I was, naive, and you might start taking template of other people without really understanding if they fit your own motivations, your own goals in life. Thank you so much for watching this video. It's a different kind of video that I made today. Just wanted to share my thoughts on something. And if you like this, please drop a like. And I would like to know your thoughts in the comment section as well. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Bye bye.